Hi everyone, it's Miss Jan at the Woodlands Children's Museum. Welcome to Shadow Puppet Theater. Shadow puppetry is an ancient art form that goes back over 2,000 years. That's a really long time. And we love to do shadow puppet theater here at the museum. It's a way of bringing stories to you, a different way of bringing stories to you. So today's story is called Bullfrog Pops. Oh my goodness. It's good for this time of year. I'm hearing bullfrogs behind my house. This story is written by Rick Walton. It's illustrated by Chris McAllister, but you're not going to see those pictures today. Instead, you are going to see our shadow puppets tell this story. So before I get started, I need you all to say hello to Miss Carmen. There she is. Shadow puppet Miss Carmen. So everybody get comfortable as I read to you Bullfrog Pops. Here we go. Once there was a bullfrog who hopped a stagecoach and rode far away. After many miles, he came to the town of Ravenous Gulch. Ravenous. That name means very hungry. I wonder if that has something to do with this story. Okay, here we go. Let's keep reading, Miss Jan. Bullfrog was hot. He was dirty. He had not showered in many days. And he smelled pizza. Bullfrog was hungry. All he'd eaten for days was one horsefly. Yum, yum. He followed his nose to a sidewalk cafe where a man sat eating a large, hot pizza. I'm getting hungry, everybody. Name's Bullfrog, said Bullfrog. Mind if I have a bite? I'm starving, Marvin, said the pizza eater. He held out his pizza. Eat your heart out, Bullfrog. You're getting none of this. That's not neighborly, said Bullfrog, and he grabbed the pizza and leaped away. Give me back my pizza, you ornery varmint, yelled starving Marvin. He chased Bullfrog. Bullfrog tried to hide the pizza, but it was too big to hide. So he ate it. Burp. You pickle skin pizza thief, yelled starving Marvin. I'm still hungry, yelled Bullfrog as he leaped over starving Marvin and hopped away. Bullfrog hopped to a garden where there was a large watermelon. Bullfrog loved watermelon, so he picked it. Hey, you melon, filch and flytrap, put that down, said an old man with a pitchfork running toward Bullfrog. Behind him was starving Marvin. Bullfrog dashed the watermelon to the ground and gobbled up the juicy insides. As the gardener and starving Marvin drew closer, Bullfrog leaped off. Stop him, yelled the man. I'm still hungry, yelled Bullfrog. He hopped until he came to a bakery. Ah, bread, said Bullfrog. And he grabbed an armload and leaped out the door. Then he heard the order, hit the dirt, you loaf lifting cousin to a grasshopper. Bullfrog turned. The baker was aiming a slingshot at him. Bullfrog dropped the bread, all but one big loaf. And He ate that loaf as he raced down the street. "Stop him!" yelled the baker. "Stop him!" yelled the gardener and Starvin' Marvin. "I'm still hungry," yelled Bullfrog. Bullfrog raced away, but when he looked back to see who was following him, wham! He ran into an apple tree. "Oh," moaned Bullfrog, "where am I?" "You're in trouble. That's where you are," said Starvin' Marvin. "Double trouble," said the gardener. "You're heading to jail," said the baker. "You're under my apple tree," said an old lady with pruning shears. Bullfrog was surrounded. He began to shake the tree. Down fell apples. Bullfrog caught dozens in his mouth and swallowed them. "Stop eating my apples, you canyon mouth fruit catcher," shouted the old lady, but Bullfrog jumped over her and away. "Stop him!" yelled the people. "I'm still hungry," yelled Bullfrog. Bullfrog hopped until he came to the Ravenous Gulch Fine Groceries, Fine Dining, and Fine Art Emporium. The food inside smelled so good. He hopped inside and looked out the door and down the street. A crowd of people was racing toward him, waving weapons. "Oh no," said Bullfrog, and he bolted. The door shut and began to eat. He threw everything he could find into his mouth, like hot dogs and tamales, French fries, and fried chicken. Yum, I am getting hungry. There was soda pop. And popcorn, my favorite. Yum, yum. And there were potato chips and chocolate chips, even wood chips. Oh my goodness. He hopped so quickly from food to food that the building shook and the pictures fell from the walls. And then Bullfrog noticed he wasn't alone. Oh my goodness, that is one tall guy. Sitting quietly at one of the tables was the sheriff, who stood up and rested his hand on his holster. "Bullfrog," he said, "draw up a chair to my table and let's talk." Bullfrog sat down. "Now, Bullfrog," said the sheriff, "what you've been doing is serious. You're gonna hang those pictures back up." "I see," said Bullfrog. "I see donuts." And he grabbed one off the sheriff's plate and ate it. Oh, donuts, that sounds so good right now. Yum, yum, yum. The door burst open. In stormed Starvin' Marvin, followed by the angry crowd. "Where's my food?" roared Starvin' Marvin. "How am I supposed to practice for the county super eater contest?" Starvin' Marvin grabbed a donut off the floor and stuffed it in his mouth. He began to choke. "Bullfrog!" "Stop!" yelled the sheriff. "You're not thinking straight here, Marvin. For 20 years you've tried to win that eating contest, and we're mighty grateful for your effort. But you've never won. This year, though," said the sheriff, "we're going to enter someone new someone who can out-eat anyone in the county. Why, he can out-eat anyone in the state and probably the whole country. Marvin, Bullfrog's gonna put Ravenous Gulch on the map. As the sheriff spoke, the townsfolk gathered. Food for Bullfrog. That's one big sandwich right there. Give him anything he wants, they yelled. Great, said Bullfrog, because I'm still hungry. And he started eating again. Does he look bigger to you? Asked the baker, handing Bullfrog a plum pie. He won't burst, will he? Asked the old lady, giving Bullfrog a basket of peaches. Just might, said the gardener, handing Bullfrog a bunch of grapes. And then Bullfrog popped a grape into his mouth, and he was full. No more, he groaned. Bullfrog, said the sheriff, because you've eaten so much of our food, you're gonna have to pay us a visit next week for the county super eater contest. Come hungry. And he did. Wasn't that silly? I know, Bullfrog reminds me of my appetite right now. Anyway, let's say thank you to Miss Carmen for doing a wonderful job. And thank you so much for joining us today. So till next time, keep a smile on your face and a story and a song in your heart. Bye-bye.